What's up, CFO gang? It's your boy Jay Tuck, real Cowboys fan, stand up. And today is a good day for Dallas Cowboys fan. And you know what I'm saying? We don't get too many of those often, but the Dallas Cowboys have returned back to football, right? I know we're gearing up for the NFL draft next week, but the Dallas Cowboys, since they have a brand new coach in Brian Schottenheimer, are able to have their voluntary camp slightly earlier than usual than they were able to have it under Mike McCarthy. And we had some attendees today. Now, I heard people all along say, he's no leader. He's selfish. He cares more about his podcast than football. Right? Whole bunch of foolery, right? So I need you guys, Cowboys Nation, to do me a favor. And I don't ask you guys for much. Go check on those people who wanted to say Micah wasn't a leader and he's selfish and doesn't care about a team and cares about more and we should trade him. Go check on those people and make sure that they are okay, because I know they were sick. And my dog, Patrick No-See Walker, was out there handing out worms. I guess the early worm bird gets worm or whatever, so he's handing out worms. Now, a lot of people were probably just looking at the worms like, bro, what is that in your hands, right? But Micah Parsons was walking in to Frisco at the Star and saw them worms, and he is there. So I think they had like some crab boil. They had some food and stuff, but it's always good to get a sense of football. As much as we cannot stand the ownership, right? As much as we cannot stand the ownership when it comes to Jerry and Stephen Jones, it is always good to see our Dallas Cowboys out there because we love the players, right? We love the players, but they bosses, I can't stand them, and I just hate the way that they do things, right? So we'll see. Typically when it's voluntary, it's more just about being around your teammates, getting some walkthrough actions. Nothing too crazy, nothing too intense. It's not open to the public. So people are texting like, yo, Tuck, can I go up there? Absolutely not. You cannot, right? Security is going to escort you up at it, right? But I will say this. Micah Parsons is there at voluntary camp, but he still ain't got no extension. So Micah is being such a leader, he is going to voluntary camp without his extension. Now, I know there was some conversations that some people were saying it could possibly be done before the draft. I wouldn't bet money on it, even though it would be nice if that was to happen, right? I wouldn't necessarily bet money on that. But, Micah Parsons is being a man of his word. He said he was going to be at voluntary camp, and he's showing up. So, it shows that things can change, right? And I know last year there was all this scrutiny about Micah Parsons not even attending voluntary camp. I thought it was BS to begin with because there's been so many players who haven't attended voluntary camp. I'm not sure if CeeDee Lamb was there today or not, right? But there's been so many players that miss voluntary camp. So, of course, national media, clickbaity-ass content creators who can't talk football, they made a big thing about it, right? They made a big spill about it, right? The band geeks made a big spill about it, right? But Micah is there, okay? And he is there without an extension. But Micah's been saying the Cowboys are now under new leadership. D-Law's gone. Zach Martin's gone. It is his time to lead. And speaking to Micah behind the scenes, he feels empowered this year. Like, I'm not sure what was going on, but when I kind of talked to him, he was like, yo, Tuck, it's going to be different. I'm ready to lead and do things my way. And so here is that opportunity for Micah Parsons to go out there and be that leader that all of us know that he can be. Right? The Raphael, the leader on the field, but also a leader off the field. I feel like Mike is a guy that can really rally the troops. He did it last year. Right? Even when we didn't want him to, we could be talking about drafting Travis Hunter if Micah was not the leader. You know what I'm saying? If Micah was who all these band geek-ass goofies thought he really was last year, we might be drafting Abdul Carter or Travis Hunter. But no, Micah Parsons was able to step in In the absence of D-Law, absence of Trayvon Diggs, Ron Bland was hurt. You had really no linebackers, right? So you really had no DeBarvin Overshown and really anchored this defense under Coach Zimmer, and they played well down the stretch. And I think that Micah Parsons really wants to continue that coming up to this season. But speaking of this season, I was saying this earlier in this morning's live show. Salute to everyone who tunes in to the live Q&As. I get so many people want to ask Tuck questions, whether it's on Instagram and TikTok and Twitter and X and Facebook and this. Just come to the live show. We live stream for almost 2.5 hours where I answered all of your questions. But what we were really talking about in the live show was the Dallas Cowboys. You got to hit. Will McClay, roll up your sleeves, bro. It's time to get to work. The Dallas Cowboys have to hit in this upcoming NFL draft. It can't be some development guys, right? Some guys that we think has some potential. Absolutely not. The Dallas Cowboys must at least walk away with 3 day one starters out the gate. And that's just being nice, right? So when it comes to the number one pick, when you're talking about the first round of pick 12, some people say team trade back. Some people like trade table. I would love to trade up, but they're not going to do that, right? I would love to see a trade up. But whoever you take at 12 or in that first round, he better be drastic improvement as soon as his number's called, right? Now, what I was saying, if I had to put my Stephen Jones hat on, right? And this is where things start to change when it comes from being a Dallas Cowboys wizard and draft analyst, where we got to have fun, right? All the way leading up to this draft journey, where we can talk about what we would do, who I would get, what I would do to fix the team. But as we gear up for next Thursday, it's more likely to have the conversations of what do I think the Cowboys would do, and it's not fun. It's not fun, y'all. It kind of gets a little, right? But I think if I had to circle a guy that the Dallas Cowboys would probably bring in at pick 12, if available, I think it's Matthew Golden is leading the charge. I really feel like Matthew Golden would lead the charge. If he is available at 12, I can really see the Dallas Cowboys taking him. Texas kid, right? Played for Houston. Some of you content crazy know he transferred from Houston. It's despicable. It makes me feel sick to my stomach that you guys accept football content from people who don't even know Matthew Golden played for the University of Houston. But be that as it may, right? Played for the University of Houston, transferred to Texas. We know what he did. The one thing that really jumps off when it comes to Matthew Golden is he played big in big games, right? And I feel like me personally, I've been wanting players that can play big in big games. Now, do I think he's the best wide receiver in the class? Probably not, right? He'll probably be in my top 4, top 5, right? But we can't be getting cute. Is he an upgrade over what we currently have? Yes. Can he run the complete route tree? Yes. Can he stack and get over the top of defenses? Yes. He has reliable hands? Yes. So all the things that you need in a wide receiver dose, Matthew Golden will bring to the field. I feel like he's an instant upgrade. So I would not hesitate or be upset if the Cowboys go Matthew Golden at 12. So that's where kind of my gut is telling me. But of course, we still got some days until we get to the NFL draft, and your boy will be in attendance out there at Lambeau, man. So comment, like, subscribe. Follow me on all social media platforms at JTuck151. If you love good football content, you're in the right spot. So I want everyone to tune in to make sure that you're getting fed, right? Make sure you're getting that good quality stuff, not the Lunchables, right? The good quality stuff, right? And so salute to all my brothers and the sisters in this community that does an incredible job as well, feeding the community as we gear up for another NFL season. I want everyone to stay safe, stay blessed, stay encouraged. And for all the people who said Micah was not a leader, I feel sorry for you. Look at their faces, though. Peace.